Hello there, punks, much welcome back to F1 Roundup. Here we are talking about Monza, which was yesterday, which is, by recent standards, quite good for me recording this series. So yeah, we'll talk about the big news once again. Ricciardo out injured and was replaced by Liam Lawson, which was really good to see. Liam Lawson back in the car, but I would love to see Ricciardo back. Obviously, he took a win here 2 years ago. I had a lot of success in Monza. I'd have loved to have seen him raced, but obviously not to be. The real true big news is Max Verstappen broke the record for most consecutive F1 wins with 10, and he's won 12 of 14 Grand Prix. He's not lost since Azerbaijan in April. Wow, what a season that man's having! What a season! But he didn't have it his all way. Just like I'm about to sneeze. Oh, lovely. First few laps, he had to battle with Carlos Sainz Jr., who, first 15 odd laps, he really couldn't get past that Sainz. That Ferrari's top speed looked really good. Ferrari looked back, almost. It was the first time in a while we've seen someone actually battle with Verstappen. He didn't have his own way, but even the DRS, he didn't have his own way. What a performance by Carlos Sainz, and he thoroughly deserved his P3. He did a great job on quality to get on pole by about 7 thousandths of a second. Ridiculously close. Great job with Carlos. Unfortunately for Carlos, he did just drop down the pile again. Perez got him a fair few laps later. And then for the last few laps, after his tyres had gone full, he was under attack from Carlos by his own teammate Charles. It was great racing to watch, but God, my heart was racing because I wanted to see a Ferrari on the podium in front of Tifosi. What a performance by Carlos, and he thoroughly deserved P3. And talking about the race, unfortunate incident was Piastri's little bump with Hamilton. Hamilton since come out and said it was completely his fault, which I thoroughly respect. It was Hamilton's fault. He got a 5-second penalty, as did his teammate for leaving the track and gaining advantage, which again he also admitted was fair. Talking about a racer who we didn't talk about much was Fernando Alonso. He was very quiet. Wasn't really involved too much. When Hamilton goes penalty, he was starting to catch up and see if he could sneak a point. But yeah, not involved much. Alex Albon did some absolutely fantastic defending to come P7, get more points, which was remarkable performance from him. Liam Lawson P11 on only his second ever Grand Prix in a tough Grand Prix track. Really good job by him. P11, he was 6 seconds off points. It wasn't really close, but yeah, better. It's great to see him doing well. Because of course his teammate didn't even get to do the first corner. He didn't even finish the formation lap as his car had an engine failure and didn't finish. Nor did Ocon. I don't know why Ocon didn't finish because they didn't show it on the race broadcast, but he didn't finish. He just stopped. But two Haas's were disappointing. They got lapped. Lance Stroll was also really disappointing. He qualified stone dead plumb last, and then only really came up to 16th. He wasn't there this weekend. Not a good weekend for Lance. Again, as I said last week, I think Drugovich would be doing better. But hey-ho. Gasly 15th, which is disappointing after a great performance in Zandvoort. Podium to 15th is a bit disappointing. But yeah, obviously Verstappen's will now win 10 in a row. Let's talk a bit about qualifying. Obviously, as I just mentioned, Lance Stroll out in Q1, disappointing. As with the two Alpines and Zhou Guanyu and K-Mag. Some of those were bits not surprising, but to see Lance Stroll finish plumb last, 3 tenths down, is disappointing. So it was Stroll, Magnussen, Ocon, Gasly, Zhou Guanyu, which is a shame, but those Alphas, that Alpha of Zhou Guanyu's not looked great. The two Haas's, well, the Haas of Magnussen's qualifying pace hasn't been there all season. Again, he's another one who was, I think, lucky to retain his seat based on this season's performances. Anyway, Q2, we lost Sargent. Better qualifying, but not as good as last week. Obviously, made Q3. Bottas 14th, which is good. Hulkenberg 13th. Liam Lawson 12th, and Yuki Tsunoda 11th. Lawson isn't a million miles away from his teammates. He's doing a good job. He's doing all right. Q3, Alonso 10th, which was disappointing. The two Brits of Norris and Hamilton 8th and 9th, which was again disappointing, but it was all very close. It was only about 7-10% between 1st and 9th, so could have gone either way. Piastri 7th, Albon 6th. What a performance from him. Perez 5th, which is better, but it's still not good enough. Russell 4th, Leclerc 3rd for Tifosi, Verstappen 2nd, and then of course Carlos Sainz Jr. was on pole, which was great to see. So then let's go through a race. Obviously, Snowden and Ocon didn't finish. Magnussen last, Hulkenberg 17th, so disappointing for the 2 passes. They were miles off it today. Stroll made no progress. He was 16th. Gasly 15th. Stroll 14th. Logan Sargent 13th. Piastri had unfortunately a little bump with Hamilton, but got fastest lap, so no point because he was out of points. So 12th. Liam Lawson 11th. Good job. Bottas got his first points in weeks. In 10th, Alonso didn't really make much progress in 9th, Lando 8th, Albon 7th, Lewis Hamilton 6th, George Russell 5th, both avoided their 5-second penalty making any impact, so good luck for them. Leclerc 4th, Sainz 3rd, Perez 2nd, a good race from him, again Verstappen 1st, Red Bull 1-2, let's go through the World Championship. So we have to go through 22 drivers now, because I forgot to do it in Zandvoort, sorry about that. Ricciardo 22nd, Nick De Vries 21st, Liam Lawson 20th because of his P11, puts it at the best out of the 3. Sargent 19th, Magnussen 18th, Tsunoda, oh, I need to add some point. Sargent also still doesn't have a point, but he's coming closer. Magnussen only on 2 in 18th, Tsunoda with 3 in 17th, Show with 4 in 16th, Bottas with a point today, takes him to 6th on the season to 15th. Hulkenberg in 14th with 9 points, which is good to see. Albon 13th with 21, what a season he's having. In that, Williams, Oscar Piastri 12th with 36, Ocon also on 36 and 11th, Gasly with 37 and 10, Lance Stroll with 47 and 9th, and Lando with 79 and 8th, George Russell in 7th with 109, Charles Leclerc in 6th with 111, Carlos Sainz 5th with 117, big jump to Hamilton in 4th with 164, Fernando Alonso with 170, Checo Perez 219, and then way out in the lead with 364, Max Verstappen. Now if we go through the constructors, AlphaTauri plumb last with 3 points in 10th. Alfa Romeo with another point takes him to 9th with 10 points. Haas in 8th with 11, hanging on. Williams 7 with 21. What performance by Albon, actually Albon on his own. Alpine 6th with 73. McLaren 5th with 115. 4th, Aston Martin jumped by Ferrari with 217 points. Ferrari gained points because of a podium and a 4th place finish from Carlos and Charles, 228 points. Mercedes, a big good jump to them with 273 in 2nd. Red Bull, 583, 14 wins from 14. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Rav, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, doodle. See ya.